Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, this is Cetaphil makeover. Yeah, I'm a Nigerian makeup artist based in Owerri. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a very simple makeup. So first thing first, I'm not going to carve my brows because I don't have razor at the moment, but I just finished taking my bath. I will just have to moisturize my face. So I'll be using this moisturizer on my face. I just took a little and applied it all over my face. She's a beauty queen, you ain't nobody's number two. These men, so next thing, I'm using my classic primer. It's a mattifying face primer on my face. I'm not going to apply it all over. I'll apply it on my T-zone. So next thing, I'll be using my liquid highlighter. It's from Nubanbeauty. Yeah, so I'm just gonna apply it on my face, just a little. So next thing, I'm going to set my face. I used Kiss Beauty products on my face. See how wet my face is, so I'll allow it to set a little before I move onto foundation. So next thing, I'm using my Nubanbeauty foundation. This is number 3 on my face. Baby, read the fine print. I've got baggage and it's all Gucci. Don't. So guys, I'm done with the foundation. I'm going to contour my face. So I'll be contouring my face using this zikel foundation. It's a color slightly darker than my shade. Blush on my cheekbone. So I'll be taking this orange color. Then I'm not gonna put much. I just want. I'll be using this zikel concealer to highlight my face. So I'm just gonna put very little. I'm not gonna put much, just very little. Very much on my face. Yeah. Sorry guys, NEPA showed themselves again today. They took my light, so I had no choice than to blend the concealer off camera. Reason why I blended it was because I didn't want it to dry. You know, you need to blend the concealer, and you know this is harmattan period. So I already blended my concealer and I'm about to set my face with my setting powder. But looking at this makeup, you will see that everything is well blended. My concealer, my blush is still showing, so I will be setting the face right now. So before that, I'm using my beauty blender to blend under the eyes again before using my setting powder. So I'll be using Sasha Buttercup setting powder. This is actually the setting powder I use all the time. I've been using this setting powder for a very long time. So I'm going to set under my eyes using this setting powder. I'm not gonna pack too much. I'll just use it just to set the concealer. I'm not baking, guys. Gone are the days when we used to bake and pack so much setting powder on the face, so I'm just setting it gently. So I usually have smile lines, so what I do to reduce the smile lines, I'll just blow my cheek and use setting powder to dab that area. This would help reduce the smile lines. So for powder, I'll be using this Zaron product to powder my face. I'll use it to powder all over my face. So for contour, I'll be using this powder palette from Royale makeup products to contour my face. So I will be using this shade. I'll just take a little of it to contour my face. So for nose contour, I'll be using the same shade of powder and this blending brush to contour my nose. So next thing, I'll be using this Kiss Beauty setting spray to set my face. Guys, I don't joke with my setting spray. I set all the time. So when it dries, I used my beauty blender and some setting powder just to snatch my nose and also bake the face. So for the brows, I'll be using my spoolie brush. Some people call it mascara brush. Me, I call it mascara brush sometimes, trust me. So I'm just gonna use this brush to brush my brows. So for the brows, I'll be using my brow charm. You can also use edge control, guys, because sometimes I use my edge control. So I'm just gonna use my spoolie brush to take a little of it and apply it on my brows. This would help lay the hair nicely.
You know, I think I'll tell you the story of my life.
So for my brows, I'm going to be using this gel liner. It's a brown color and it's Karite product to outline my brows. So I'm not gonna do much on my brows because I didn't carve it and my brows are already full. So I'm just using this to give it a better shape.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not.
So to highlight my brows, I'll be using my angled brush and the concealer I used in highlighting my face to highlight my brows. My blending brush to blend the concealer on the highlighted area. Make sure you blend properly to avoid harsh lines. So next thing, I'm supposed to be highlighting the top of my brows, but I don't feel like doing it today. But you can do it by using the same shade of your foundation to highlight the top of your brows. So I'm just gonna use a blending brush to blend the concealer on the highlighted area. Then next thing, I will be using the same shade of powder to set the concealer. So for my eyelid, I'll be using this Tara eye primer to prime my lid using my blending brush. So next thing, I'll be using my beauty blender to blend the primer. Sometimes I use my blending brush to blend, but today I decided to use my beauty blender to blend. Look at my face, guys. I look weird. So if you use beauty blender, it helps to blend the primer very well. So guys, you know I'm creating a very subtle look. I'm not gonna do too much. I'll be using this eyeshadow palette I got from Classic. It's a classic eyeshadow palette, so I'll be using this palette to create this look. So I'll be using my blending brush to take a little of this product as my transition color. I'll just take a little of it, dab on my eyelid and blend. Next thing, I'll be using this brown shade to add on the outer corner of my eyes. So I'm just gonna blend it in. So I'm going to be using a clean brush to blend the harsh line between the brow bone and the crease. So next thing, I'm using this eyeshadow. I'm using my finger to take a little of it to dab on my lid. So next thing, I'll be using my Karite gel liner to line my lid. So next thing, I'll be using my Zaron mascara on my natural lashes. So for blush, I'll be using Tara blush palette to blush my cheekbone. So next thing, I'll be using a small blending brush to dust out the excess powder on my face. So I went ahead using my powder brush to blend everything together. So next thing, I'll be using my Kiss Beauty's Fix Spray to set my face. So I allow it to dry a little. Then next, I'm using my Maivels Beauty Glow highlighter on my face. So I went back using my powder brush to blend the highlighted area. So next thing, I'll be using my Nubanbeauty lipstick. This is a brown shade to line my lip. leave it to dry very well before I put on my wig. So lastly, I'm using my Zaron mascara. So guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I didn't really do much. I just started to show you guys how to do a very simple makeup without looking dramatic. So my eyes are a bit teary because the light is reflecting on my face and I have a very sensitive eyes. So please, if you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share with your family and friends, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification button, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.